What's good, everybody? Back with another tutorial, and this one is on how I made my remix to Set Me Free by Mattilo. So I came across this track, it was going super viral on TikTok, and my boy that made it was like, yo, I'm sending out the stems, and I hit him up, and I'm like, yo, send that to me. Like, I already had an idea of what I could do with it, and I know that I wanted to make like some future rave-ish melodic techno kind of track with it. So all I use from the original song is the vocal. So I liked already how it was like kind of like chopped up like that. So I didn't even put any of other effects on it. I left it how it was. So let's start with the intro. The kick is just, this is just from like a melodic techno pack. And then I wanted to add like some extra click so it punches through. So then here's a hat loop. And then I got this atmospheric like sound. It's like it kind of sounds like it's like a vox, so it was pitched super up, so I pitched it down. I feel like the vocals are already like very high in octave, so I needed something on the lower part. And I just like fade, like low pass that one in. So now we're getting like to what I call like the intro drop. So this is like if I'm DJing, this is where I would start to bring it in at full volume right here. So here's where I introduce the bass line. The bass line also comes from this sample pack. Where is it? Here it is. Oh, there it is. This one right here. And I think, yeah, I pitched this one down. So we got that rolling bass line. And then this came from the actual like main chord of the song. Like, so I guess I'll talk about that now. So here it is. Let me play it without sidechain. So this came about, I didn't even have to like just come up with this because this pack right here had different loops. So if I click here, there's different loops, and then it'll show me like I could drag this, right? I could drag that in and use that same pattern if I like how the loop sounds, but not like completely, or I want to like just use the melody. So that's what I did. I used the melody, and I changed very little of it. I think all I might have added was like a couple extra notes or just one. And then I used like a different preset from this pack. So then how I made this sound over here was I just got that, and I think I just put it like on the root note of the song. Yeah. Boom, like that. So it's kind of like that, like Fisher losing its sound. I just wanted something that was like energy and not the same exact melody. I wanted something that sounded similar but different. So then we get to the bridge. And here I start kind of introducing the main melody of the song. It's low pass, reverbed, and little by little it gets drier and drier. So then we're getting to the build, and pretty much it keeps on getting, I keep doing the same thing, getting drier and drier, and I'm taking some things out when it gets right here. All I added here was a snare build, simple snare build, and then this long sweep. And this build has Endless Smile on it, which is just like usually you put that on the master for buildups. But I like the effect that it gives, like the reverb sound, that tail right here. And then just a simple short fill. And now we're in the drop. So all these elements in the drop have already been introduced in the intro. It's actually like less things at the beginning of the drop. So, but the only thing that is new is the main melody comes out in full effect now. So here it is. And also what I'm doing is I'm playing with the reverb. So in the spaces where it's not playing, not every space, but in some of them, I think I did it every other one, I'm raising the reverb so the tail is louder. So you see how it sounds like I'm adding another note right here, but I'm really not. I'm really just dragging that tail. So this is how it sounds without that. So without it, they all sound the same, but this adds like a little variation, like it gives it some rhythm. So then I had that going, and then you could say this is the B side of the drop right here. I brought in this, let's see. It's like an acid kind of sound. And this is also, I believe, yeah, this is like the same melody as that big sound that you're hearing in the drop, but it's just a different sound and it's just like one bar. And that's just to add some ear candy. Adding a little big reverb, big one right here. Bringing in some hats. And then this is what I use in the intro drop, bringing it back in. And then bringing in the clap. So now we're in the break. In the break, I bring in this respace right here. Just kind of fade that one in. And that's just a simple preset from, I believe, Serum. It's either Serum or Spire. Serum. Just simple stuff. I'm not really here to create a bunch of things from scratch. If I know what I need and I go find it. If it doesn't sound exactly how I want it to, then I could try to make some tweaks or find another one that's close to it. So now I'm just low passing the lead back in again. So now here's this is like probably the biggest part of the song and probably everyone's favorite part, where I just solo the big lead, and that just makes it sound like so much more grand. And then right here I'm pitching it down. So I'm going up here. And now everything else in this drop is the same as the first drop. I don't always like doing it, but I felt like I like how it sounds so much. And it kind of like, for some reason, this song, it made me want to hear it again. So this was a very, very simple song to make. It didn't take me more than 3 hours tops. And then everything when it comes to the mastering is the same as all my tracks, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, same as all my tracks. You could go back in my last tutorial to see how I master the tracks and automate stereo, master, stereo on the master, and volume on the master. Oh yeah, and then this one last thing here. I had this reverb and delay for the vocal going into the drop. Wait, maybe not. Let's see. So I guess I didn't end up using it. But yeah, that's it. You can check out the song, available everywhere right now: Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, YouTube, all that. I'll see you guys next time.